segment of Beer to Whiskey. I'm your host, Russ Heaps, and today, in spreading the gospel of good taste, we are in Barley's Tap Room, sort of beer headquarters in Greenville, South Carolina. And I'm here with my buddy Big John Richards. This is a Big John in 5 episode in which Big John picks a beer and we basically just sit around and gulp it down and talk about it. Before we get started, though, a little self-promotion here. What do we want the viewers to do, John?
We want them to click like and click subscribe.
Precisely. The little thumbs up you see below the screen. If you like what you see, click on that. If you want to subscribe, at the end of the video, there's a page. You can pick a couple of more videos to watch. And if you want to subscribe, there's a round Beer to Whiskey icon. You can click on that and be all signed up. New video comes out, goes live every Thursday at noon East Coast time. All right, John. So what'd you do to me today?
This time, drinking Belgian style triple, one of my personal, at least top 5s in the world. Triple Karmeliet.
Really?
Whenever it pops up, it is a wonderful, happy day in the life of Big John. This is just one of the best ones. We're talking triple. It doesn't. You talk Belgian double, triple, quad. They don't exactly translate to those words in English. It's
right.
It's not just an ascending ladder. Triple is going to be a big beer answer to Pilsner.
Okay.
And this is a big 9%er, but it's golden and it's beautiful and it's bright and it looks pretty, and it drinks clean and smooth, but it is it is definitely not for the faint of heart. Most of these are over 9%, but they, typically all that you're going to get that lets you know that it is a little pingy of the alcohol in the back of your tongue on the way down. Lots of like appley pear sweetness, usually some plum kind of dark fruitiness, a little some spice in the finish that's often clovey or a little peppery, and this just evinces everything that I just said in wonderful balance, and it's going to scare you when you pick it up and drink it. So I think we should do that.
I do too. Enough of the BS.
Enough talking.
Text Miss Lily.
Indeed. Oh, and the banana. I forgot about the banana.
There is some, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's all yeast doing that. They don't add anything extra to it to create that. That's a big Belgian yeast that creates all those fruit flavors in there.
Wow.
Nothing.
That is good.
Yeah. This is where I stick all of my wine drinkers when they come to beer and they tell me they don't like beer. I'm like, let me bring you a triple. You're going to like that.
Yep. Yeah, and it's not. There's nothing about it that's overpowering.
Nope. There's nothing aggressive. It's fruity. It's smooth. It's very drinkable. It doesn't bite anywhere.
Wow, that is nice.
Deceptively easy for 9%.
And what's the alcohol?
This one, I'm ashamed to say, I did not look up before we sat down. I think it's 9.4.
Okay.
If I remember right, but I'm not going to swear to that on camera.
Well, see, I stumped John, and I wasn't even playing Stump John
every
yet.
once in a while.
I wasn't even trying. I did it by accident. And what was the brewery again?
It is, oh great. And we're going to do that.
Two in one segment.
Van Steenberg?
Van Steenberg.
Yeah. Triple Karmeliet is what you want to look for when you're in the store.
Okay.
You won't see Van Steenberg anywhere on it. And people are going to laugh at me out there because I didn't do my homework before we started. I'm going to cop to it, but it's because we poured these pretty beers and we sat down. I was like, Russ, we need to get these going while they still have their head on them and they look so pretty. And I just didn't do any of my homework.
Yep. We're going to be lucky if camera 2 is even on.
Right.
So we did hurry.
Yes.
So do you know where this brewery is?
It's Belgium.
Oh, okay.
It is actually in Belgium. I can't tell you what city it's in Belgium, but it is actually Belgium.
Okay.
And it's obviously it's a Belgian style. So when we get it over here, it's always nice.
Yep. Wow.
Let's take this opportunity while we're sipping and have a couple of minutes to talk about. We talked about how triple doesn't really translate to that word in English. It sort of does, But these are all sort of Abbey-style beers that came out of the monasteries of Belgium and, well, all across Europe as they started moving in,
Right.
Proselytizing with good beer, which I think is a great plan. Wish we'd do it more often. But coming in, the monks would brew for themselves to drink at their table a single. And then they would brew a double that they would export out into the town around them and sell and use the profits to help support the brewery and continue growing. And that's one of the, if you're talking about Trappist breweries, one of the things that makes them a Trappist is that all of their profits go back into running the monastery, and nothing, is monetary gain in any way. They have to grow their own stuff, and they have to farm it themselves and brew it on site and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
This is not a Trappist. This is just a brewery, but following that tradition. So we kind of think, the best story I've heard so far, is that these monks, when they were brewing beer, would brew in multiple strengths and would mark those barrels with X's. A single X for the lightest strength and a double X for the next largest. And then if you got to triple strength, it would be 3 X's. But when we finally created a style called triple, it was that triple strength, and then it's golden and very light, and to compete with that Pilsner, like I said. Whereas a double and a single very often are much darker beers, as most beers were 200 years ago.
Sure.
So then you get to quad, which is an even more recent development.
Let me guess, 4 X's.
4 X's, that's the one. He catches on quick. But that's a late or mid '90s development. That beer didn't start appearing till.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, till Koenigshoven brewed one in, I think it was 1993. And so we have this ascending order of beers that don't really correlate to each other, because the quad is even more different, with candy sugar usually and real dark fruit flavors and very, very high alcohol sometimes.
So it's not like a 3 IPA or a 4 IPA.
Right.
It's not. They're
No,
just
none of the
different.
styles relate to each other. They are just different styles of beer.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's fun stuff. The world of beer has all kinds of secrets for you.
I guess.
It does.
I guess that's why we do this.
That's
because I'm often surprised by the things that Big John tells me. So.
And it could be anything on any given day.
Yeah, it isn't just beer that he does that to me with. Anything else we should know?
You should know to go search out the big ceramic bottle of Triple Karmeliet. It's cork and cage at your local craft beer store.
And with that, I want to thank Barley's Tap Room in downtown Greenville for hosting us. We're always happy to be here. And cheers, Big John.
Here's to it.
See you next time.